This sport chews people up. Bull riding isn't safe, it isn't gentle, and it sure isn't forgiving.
Come on, Jimmy, stay in, Jimmy, come on.
Not again!
Keep running, no!
Here are 10 bull riding accidents that prove just how deadly this game can be. And beware, these crashes stick in your head forever. Too brutal, too wild to forget. Let's start with Silvano Alves. Slammed his back hard into steel. Silvano Alves isn't just some rookie, he's a 3-time PBR world champion, a man who knows bulls better than most. But even legends get wrecked. During a ride gone wrong, he locked onto a bull named Apollo Stripes. Within seconds, it turned ugly.
Oh! Oh boy, and he took a shot right there.
Round 1, 2013 PBR Cooper Tires Invitational. The bull exploded, jerking Alves backward, slamming his spine straight into the unforgiving metal chutes.
Now watch it, Silvano Alves.
His body folded, his face twisted in shock. For a moment, you could almost see the air leave him. Everyone thought that could be it. But Alves is built differently. He shook it off, walked away. Later, he admitted, "These crashes stick in your head, longer than the bruises ever do." Next comes David Cash, dropped before the ride even began. It was the 2014 Orlando Velocity Tour. David Cash didn't even get the chance to breathe. Before his night went south, he squared up on a bull named Juicy, and disaster struck.
Oh!
Juicy exploded from the gate. Pure muscle, pure rage. He slammed Cash into the dirt before the ride even began. It wasn't a fair fight. It was over in a heartbeat. The crowd barely had time to clap before they gasped.
Not again!
Keep running, no!
Cash hit the ground hard, body stiff. But somehow his eyes stayed open. No blackout, no lifeless slump, just a man, wide awake in pain, stunned by how fast it happened. If you think that was devastating. Mason Lowe's fatal fall shook the rodeo world. January 15th, 2019, Denver Coliseum. The National Western Stock Show was alive. The crowd ready for another PBR Shootout Velocity Tour showdown. Mason Lowe climbed on a bull named Hard Times, a rider known for grit and steel nerves. But Hard Times lived up to the name. The ride snapped out of control. Mason hit the dirt hard.
Points. Nope.
Before he could rise, the bull's hoof came down straight on his chest. The force was crushing. His heart valve tore. His body convulsed. Blood began to build inside where no one could see.
Mason just leaves there sitting flat of his butt a little bit. That bull kind of reared up around there and kind of beats him around that corner. Known to do that to right-handers.
Medics rushed in. Fans started to pray. Mason was taken to the hospital, but the damage was too much. That night, the rodeo lost a warrior. Then comes Chris Shivers. Shorty's horns turned his ride into a savage bloodbath. Chris Shivers was no stranger to pain, but this night tested even him. He drew a bull called Shorty, one he didn't know. The gate swung open, and Shorty exploded out like a missile. One violent snap, the horn cracked, Shivers in the head, and dropped him flat. But Shorty wasn't done. He circled back like he had unfinished business. He drove his horns into Shivers again, then stomped down with fury. It was 1998 professional bull riding Taco Bell Arena competition. Shivers' body refused to move. Bullfighters fought to pull Shorty away while medics rushed in. Later, Shivers admitted it was his mistake. Not knowing the bull, underestimating the storm, that single choice left him broken, fractures, wrecked legs, a body that never fully shook it off. Up next, Tuff Hedeman. Bodacious wrecked him without mercy. Tuff Hedeman was known for grit, but when it was his turn with Bodacious, even he looked breakable. The gate burst open. The bull shot out with raw power.
He's knocked out. Open that gate, boys.
Final round, 1995 PBR World Finals. Hedeman barely had time to adjust before he was whipped forward. His face smashed straight into the horn. The impact rattled him, eyes glazed, body wobbling like he'd been unplugged.
Next one is what's scary. No, he missed it. That's good. He had his arm over the top. I'm just, he was hit on that first one.
The crowd could see it. The champion was dazed, struggling just to stay on his feet. Hedeman was knocked out cold, and when he finally stood, every step showed the damage Bodacious had done. Then there's Chad Castillo. His hang-up turned into a living nightmare. Castillo's ride on El Nino started as a test and turned into pure horror. He locked in, ready for the ride, but things went all the way wrong. Instead of being thrown clean, his hand stayed caught in the rope.
That he should ride into his hand, making a good ride, getting him a little bit stretched. Great effort, and it's going to be close.
Round 2, Tuff Hedeman Challenge, Fort Worth. He was hung up, dragged across the arena while El Nino tore through like a storm. Castillo lost control. He couldn't break free. Arms snapped under the strain. Body stretched and battered.
We got a while. We've got James DeBoer on the horse, attempting to get up there to try to rope him, and he's lost his feet.
Later, he admitted, the moment he couldn't feel his legs, he knew he was in real trouble. Bullfighters scrambled, but even they couldn't cut him loose fast enough. It was chaos, and by the time it ended, Castillo's body was wrecked. If you think that was rough, BJ Cramps was crushed and knocked flat on the dirt. Round 2, Bonanza Guthrie 2000. The bull called In-Law came out strong, but BJ sat steady, spurring, shifting, like a man who'd done it 100 times. For a few seconds it looked smooth, almost routine, then everything snapped. In-Law whipped around and delivered a brutal shot straight to BJ's head. It was instant. One hit, and his lights went out. His body went limp, crashing to the dirt, while the bull kept thrashing.
Story makes the ride. That's too bad. I mean, he goes ahead and does it. Rides it. Wow. Bull just butts heads with him.
Exactly.
Riders and bullfighters rushed in. No one wants to see a cowboy laid out cold, not moving, not blinking. After a tense pause, he stirred, groggy, broken, but alive. The ride was over, but the scar from that knockout would follow him long after he left the dirt. Man versus bull, and the bull won fast. Next is Cody Kuster. Locomotive breath smashed his jaw and spun him like trash. Championship round, 1999, Ty Murray Invitational. Kuster lined up against a bull with a name that already spelled trouble. Locomotive breath. The gate cracked, and the bull exploded. Kuster held on, legs flying, body shaking. Then disaster struck. His jaw smashed straight into the bull's skull. A bone-crunching impact that stunned the whole arena.
Here we go. Don't get your feet flopping. Look out. Oh, man. Oh, Cody.
Before he could even fall, Locomotive breath launched him into the air, twisting him like he weighed nothing. He spun a full 360 degrees, a ragdoll in the storm, and hit the ground, disoriented.
He broke jaw. Here's a guy.
Ooh.
Banged him. Banged him again. Watch the back foot.
Medics moved fast. The crowd was in shock. Kuster came to ride, but the bull turned it into a demolition. Coming up next, Jim Sharp. Lights Out cracked his skull and launched him high. Jim Sharp climbed onto Lights Out like a man who'd been here before. Calm, steady, ready. For the first few seconds, it looked like he had it. Then the bull fired back. One wicked buck ripped him off balance. Before Sharp could reset, his skull smashed into the bull's head.
Come on, Jimmy. Stay in, stay in, stay in. Stay in, Jimmy. Come on. Whoa!
Championship round. 1997 Portland Bull Bash. The crack echoed through the arena. He went limp, but Lights Out wasn't finished. The bull twisted, flinging him midair, dumping him to the ground in a heap.
Oh, let's watch the freehand. I thought he made it. Let's watch it, right? Makes a great move, the in and out, and boom, that's where they stop it.
Sharp's eyes fluttered open later, dirt in his mouth. No memory of the fall. That blank space between holding on and waking up says everything. This wasn't just a fall, it was a blackout, delivered by raw force. Finally, Promised Land trampled Aaron Semas. under hooves, and horns. It was the 1999 PBR World Championships. Aaron Semas met Promised Land and found out why some bulls are called monsters. The gate swung wide. Promised Land charged like a truck, one hard buck, and Semas was ripped from his seat, slammed into the dirt before he could even roll.
Get your shoulder to him, or oh, get out from under him. Get out of there. Big, Dan. Oh.
But the ride didn't end there. The bull stormed over him, stamping down with its hooves, driving its head into his side, ramming his ribs like they were nothing. Each hit folded him deeper into the dirt.
See, because, and I just cringed when the bull turned back to the left. I just cringed because you could see it.
For a terrifying moment, he couldn't move, couldn't breathe, convinced his career had just ended. Somehow, he stirred again, broken but not destroyed. That night left him scarred, but alive. These wrecks aren't just accidents, they're warnings. The riders who survived showed pure grit, but the scars never left their memory. Which crash stuck with you the most? Drop it in the comments. And if you dig stories from the dirt, hit like, share, and subscribe for more rodeo chaos.